Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got a drone comparison for you today. I have the Holystone HS900 Sirius, and I have the Potensic Atom. These drones are really just beg to be compared. Both of these companies, Potensic and Holystone, they're primarily Amazon sellers, so when new people are looking for drones, particularly sub 250 gram drones like these, they go on Amazon, and these are typically what they're going to find. So what I want to do today is take them up in the air and just kind of give you a look at both of them. Primarily we're looking at video quality. If we have enough battery power, we might try some of the intelligent flight modes with each of them. But I will talk a little bit about each drone and tell you, do some comparisons. So you'll see me looking down here occasionally, and I'm going to take these sunglasses off and put on my reading glasses because I made some notes so I can give you the straight scoop on all the specifications of these two. They're very comparable in a lot of ways, and in some ways they're not. Okay, let's start with physical appearance. They are both kind of like the DJI minis that started it all. They're folding sub 250 gram drones. The Holystone looks a little bit different. You can see a vent hole on the side here, and the back of it is pretty flat. You could be forgiven if you confuse this Potensic drone with a DJI drone. Looks, you know, very similar in shape to what a DJI Mini does. But again, both of them are folding drones. One of the reasons that you buy a mini drone is because it's compact and easy to carry. So that folding makes a difference. Here's the Holystone HS900 unfolded in all its glory here. We can kind of put them side by side, and you can see they are roughly the same size, not a lot of difference in size, and of course they're both sub 250, so that goes without saying. But now let's talk about the cameras. So the Potensic Atom, it's a little bit smaller sensor. It's a 1/3.0 sensor. Remember, the bigger the number, the smaller the sensor. And it's got an f2.2 aperture, so fairly good size aperture, as opposed to this guy here has got a little bit bigger sensor, 1/2.3, and the aperture is a little bit smaller, f2.6. So the Potensic's going to let in just a little bit more light. Again, smaller sensor, so that's probably a good thing. They both shoot top resolution, 4K, 30 frames per second. They'll both shoot in lesser resolution as well, but I typically shoot in 4K 30 is my standard. Now, bit rate is another difference. The Potensic Atom is 50 megabit bit rate. And what do I mean by bit rate? That's the amount of data that's in each frame. Whereas the Holystone, you can set it to shoot in either 50 or 100 megabit bit rate. So there would be more information in each frame. So if you're editing, etc., you got more to work with. Let's see, photos. So the Potensic, the Potensic Atom, I need to switch them around because that's how I've got them on my list here. The Potensic Atom megabits, it shoots a 12 megabit photo, and I've looked at them, they look quite good. And it's a 48 megabit photo on the Holystone HS900. Now, what I suspect is that's a quad bear sensor, so it's splitting up those each of those pixels. So, you know, you can look at them. We'll take some pictures with each drone. You can look at them side by side. Honestly, I think they're going to be pretty comparable. Let's talk about digital zoom. Now, both of these drones have digital zoom. And what I mean by digital zoom is it simply crops in on the sensor. It's not the lens on the camera in a telephoto mode or anything. It's just cropping in on the sensor on each drone. The Potensic Atom, and I'm quoting both of these in 4K, will zoom two times. In lesser resolutions, I think it'll go up to 3 or maybe even 4. I'm not sure, but I'm just talking about 4K. You can do a 2-time zoom. Whereas the Holy Stone in 4K, you can go a full 4x zoom with it. And again, that's just cropping in on the sensor, so the quality is going to decrease significantly. Okay, let's talk about the drones themselves. How do they handle and what features can you expect on the drone? Everybody's interested in speed. The Potensic Atom has an advertised speed of 16 meters per second. That's around 35 miles an hour, whereas the Holy Stone HS900 has an advertised top speed of about 14 meters per second. So it's a little bit slower. You know what? That's so comparable, though, that I don't know that you're going to see any noticeable difference when you're out flying. And weight, again, they're both sub 250, so you know, that's virtually identical. Advertised range. Everybody talks about range. Honestly, on a mini drone, you know, I don't know how far you need to fly one of these little guys, but they both have an advertised range of 6 kilometers. I can't imagine flying one out that far. If we have enough battery power, we'll do kind of a little bit of a situation. We're certainly not going to try and do a real range test, but we can kind of look at how they compare in that regard with signal strength. And signal strength is more important than anything. Flight time is another thing that people get focused in on. This guy says 30 minutes, this guy says 32. That's so close, they're going to be real comparable. Anybody that flies drones knows that what their advertised flight time is, you can cut it by about 1/3. So you're going to get 20 to 25 minutes with both of these drones, sometimes even less depending on how you're flying them. If you're throttle heavy, you may even get less than that. Now, downward facing sensors, they're identical. They both have cameras there you can see on the bottom, optical flow sensors, and they both have infrared sensors on the bottom, or time of flight sensors. That's basically LiDAR, tells the drone how close it is to the ground, etc. Important when you're landing and so forth. Let's talk about features. They're very similar in that regard, although there is some differences. They both have intelligent flight modes, droney, rocket, orbit, those kind of things. If we have time, we'll try, maybe try one of those with each drone. Waypoints, a lot of people really like waypoints. The Potensic Atom has a pretty good waypoint planner on it, on the map. Now, interestingly enough, I was messing around with the Holy Stone. They don't advertise waypoints, but I looked on the map. There is an icon for waypoints, but I couldn't get it to work. I touched it, touched the icon on the map, and it wouldn't bring anything up. So maybe it's something that'll come in a future firmware update. I don't know, but I don't believe it has it now. And I know waypoints are important to a lot of flyers. Tracking, both of these drones will do tracking, optical tracking, and they both work reasonably well. I'm going to say drones of this caliber, like I was messing around with the Potensic Atom last night, it will only track you from behind. It won't go to the side or anything, and you have to go fairly slow. Walking speed is about all the faster either one of these will track you, but it's a feature that's important to a lot of people, and it is there. So unfortunately, neither one of these drones have a panorama feature. I wish they would. There's a lot of other drones in this price category that do, and panoramas are really fun and really awesome, but neither one of them has it. Time-lapse, that's another thing that a lot of people like to do, is they like to do time-lapse photos. And the Holy Stone has a time-lapse feature. The HS900 Sirius has a time-lapse feature. I've never tried it, so I don't know how well it works, and I do not know if it stitches them together automatically for you, or it's something, probably it's something that you'll have to do in post-production. I could find no time-lapse function on the Potensic Atom, and they don't advertise it either. So the next one is a big feature that a lot of people are going to look at, and that is price. So the single battery version of the Potensic Atom is advertised on their website at $299, or you can get that on Amazon, which is where most of them get sold. So $299, that's competitive with some other mini drones. Now, the HS900, I hate to tell you, $439 is the best price I could find on Amazon, and that's with their discount. You click a little button and so forth. So I don't, that's a tough one. Maybe I've seen it cheaper before, so whenever you're looking at this video, make sure you look at both of them because they change their prices all the time. So real quickly here, I want to show you the RCs for both drones. Antenna on top. This is, excuse me, I should say this is for the Holy Stone drone. Antenna on top, and then the mobile device fits down below. You know, I'm going to say fairly similar to a DJI style controller in many ways. Then the Potensic Atom flip up antenna, and your mobile device kind of fits in the middle here. You can see how this stretches apart. This is much like the way FEMI does it with their drones. I really like this style because it really centrally locates your FPV screen, in other words, your phone. One more thing to show you is the Holy Stone drone does come with a bag. I think even the single battery version comes with a bag, and it's a handy. I just love it because it's easy to keep things organized. The cool thing about this particular, the Holy Stone one, is it's pretty small. I mean, there's my hand over it. You get your whole kit in there. Pretty cool. Then the Potensic Atom, this is the bag that comes with their Fly More kit. And their Fly More kit, which comes with 3 batteries, and of course it's a little bit more. Let's see, I'm looking, it's $399. I'm thinking if you're going to buy it, spring for that Fly More kit at $399. And by the way, Holy Stone has a Fly More kit too, and it goes for $489. So that really is probably the way to go too on the Holy Stone, because then you get extra batteries and so forth. But in any case, this one's a little bit bigger, and you can see inside there. It just keeps everything organized. I like staying organized. So these kind of bags, instead of just having your drone loose in your backpack or something, it keeps everything together. Okay, I am quite sure that you're getting tired of hearing me talk. Let's quit messing around. Let's get these birds in the air. Okie dokie. We're starting off with the, as you can see, with the Potensic Atom, and I've got the drone fired up. We're very quickly going to go through the safety menu here. We are in normal speed mode. Signal loss, we want it to return to home. 35-meter return to home height, which is plenty for where we're at here. 120-meter, which is max legal on altitude limit, and I've got distance set to infinity. So we're good to go. Camera here, we're going to leave everything on auto with the camera, and you can look on here at the top there on the top right. We're shooting in 4K 30 frames per second. The one thing I want to do is I want to switch to the attitude indicator. I prefer that over the map. Let's go ahead and start recording. So we got recording started. Let's do an auto takeoff here. So hitting that button, it wants us to confirm that we got the battery in. Asks you that every time. Slide there, and the little drone takes off. It's good that we get it in the air here and get some air flowing through it. And notice it tells us that the home point was updated. I'm dropping the camera down a little bit, and we're going to turn it around here and see if we can bring it in. You see I got a nice shady spot here underneath the canopy. So keep that in mind also. I am doing this from under a canopy, so connection-wise that can make a difference. Yeah, I was kind of next to a post there, so I want to kind of back it off. It was kind of, it's amazing how like a post like that is like a magnet. The drone was sucking itself right into it. Typical. And anyway, that gives us a good little look at the drone. We can kind of wiggle it back and forth, and you can see that little gimbal in action. That's how it keeps everything so stable. Let's get our droney done. I'm going to drop the camera down a little bit here. Reverse it up now, reverse and up. And we're going to go out over the pond here. And you can see where we're at here. We're about 20 meters high here roughly. That should get us over the top of most of the trees here. Yeah, discretion is the better part of valor. I went over about 24 there. So you can see where I'm standing, and I am seeing a crooked horizon here. and you'll watch as it immediately kind of levels itself off. If we kind of move around here, look at that, that helps it level itself off. So definitely a little we have to note that we saw a little crooked horizon. Let's get back to that rule of thirds, picking up the camera. And yeah, let's see, we're out there about 178 meters. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to fly this drone at a given speed across the two ponds here at the park. And so I'm going to be out about 100 meters from where I'm sitting here. And we're going to see if we can just kind of turn this guy around. And we're just going to go back and forth. You know what? I'm going to bring it back further here because I want to get you a better look. So let's start. I'm going to kind of center up on the pond here because I guess what I'm telling you is I want to do similar with both drones, so that's why that's kind of important to me. So we're out about 80 meters and about 25 meters high, and I'm going to try and move forward at a given speed. So we'll see if we can, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it in video. Hang on here, we're going to go back to safety. Speed-wise, we're going to put it in video mode, and that is a slower speed. And I'm just going to hit full throttle, and I think that's about 4 meters per second or so. So full throttle here, and that's more than that, it's about 6 meters per second, so that's good. So I'll hold the drone just about that 6 meters per second, and I'll try and do the same thing with the Holystone drone, and that should give us a similar result, and kind of give you guys an idea of what we're looking at. And, you know, looks like we're going to just kind of go straight over the top of the senior center here. And we'll get out to the other side, then we'll turn around and see if we can come directly back. And again, I'll try and repeat that with the Holystone drone, and then we can make kind of a similar comparison here. So yeah, that's how far are we here? That's about 350 meters. Yeah, and it's telling me that already telling me that it doesn't like the signal, asking me to. It was asking me to adjust the antenna, which I have the flat part of the antenna pointed right towards the drone, but I'm kind of behind a hill, and I'm kind of I'm underneath a picnic shelter too, so that's going to make a difference. So let's kind of point it back vaguely this direction here. I'll center up on that fountain right there, and let's bring it back. And again, at full throttle, and 6 meters per second is what that is in the video mode. And what do they mean by video mode? That's just the slower mode, so you can get more cinematic. And look, we have a significantly crooked horizon there, so that's worth noting. That is that's not what you're looking for. Crooked horizon is not what you want. So you can see that picnic shelter on the right hand side there. That's where I'm sitting with the drone. Okie dokie. So while we're right here, and so you at the end of the video, I'll put those two side by side on the screen, both the Potensic and the Holystone, and you can compare what you think of the video. So we're going to go back into normal mode here, the normal speed mode. In fact, now let's go into high speed mode, because we can kill two birds with one stone. We're going to check the speed of this drone as well. So I happen to know, and look, our horizon is leveled out as it typically does. If you stop, it'll eventually level out. So I know I can go behind me here, and I have a direct shot with the antenna we'll go straight out here, and again, we're about 25 meters high. In fact, I'm going to go higher. And yeah, let's go about 35 meters high and give the drone a better chance at a good signal. And I know that it is about 1 kilometer to the next street out there. And I am walking out away from under the shelter here, so that I'm giving making sure that I have the antenna pointed straight at the drone. And let's see if we can get out here. You can see there's a church off in the distance there, and that next street I think is right about, maybe not quite a kilometer, and let's just see how we do. I'm already seeing some breakup on FPV on my FPV screen. So yeah, and you know, this is yeah, in fact, my FPV screen is frozen up. Video transmission signal is weak, it says. We're still getting we're still getting data. So let's you're gonna see it on the video. I'm seeing nothing on my screen right now. Let's go out there. I don't know. Let's stop at 900 meters, and we'll turn around. And I guess that point that I was going to make earlier, yeah, and even the I'm not even sure if my data is my telemetry is correct. So that is, we're getting close. There is pretty close. Yeah, the telemetry's even kind of frozen up here. So I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, and in fact, it says it's in returning. So let's see. You know, we'll see if it's yeah, yeah. So I forgot, this drone climbs up to 120 meters. I forgot about that. This drone, no matter where you set your return to home, if it goes out of range or something, it goes up to 120 meters high. So let's see if we can cancel that. Let's see if it turns around. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, oh yeah, it's turning around. So as you can see, the drone is higher, so that got signal back, right? Your drone's higher up, better chance for it to get signal. So I guess that's why they do that. But we're going to stop that. And you know, I wasn't even paying attention to how our top speed earlier. But we're going to drop some altitude here. In fact, let's just, I'm not even going to move it forward. I'm going to continue to drop altitude here, bring it down. We'll stop at about 60 meters. That should be plenty. And we'll see if we can, yeah, that's 65. That should be plenty. There's about 60 meters. So and it's giving me transmission issues again. Let's hit full forward. And 10 meters per second. And remember, this guy advertises 16 meters per second in sport mode. And we're not even close to that. About 10 meters per second. Well, hang on, let me double check. You know what it did? When we went into returned at home, it defaulted back to normal mode. So that's why we were only going 10 meters per second. So let's do this one more time. Here we go at full throttle, and let's see. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's easy. There's 16 meters per second. We're hauling the mail now, and the drone's going to get back to us pretty quickly here. We got 57% battery, so we got plenty of battery power. I'm going to drop it down as we come back, and yeah, we don't need to be that high. But remember that this guy, no matter where you set return to home, it defaults to that 120 meters. I forgot about that with this drone. Okay, so I'm going to go in now, and I'm going to go back into normal mode. We proved that it's that the drone it will do all of its advertised 16 meters per second. Let's get back towards us here, and drop the drone down in front of us. And we're gonna see if we can do a, we'll see if we can get a droney going here. I'm watching the drone drop down and it wiggles around quite a bit. So let me pick that camera back up. I didn't realize I had the camera pointed down. So you can see me standing there. Let's see if we can do a droney. So I'm gonna stand out here in the sun and kind of point the drone towards us. We're, again, let's see, we're about 5 meters high. So, so I'm gonna have to stop recording. So stopping recording now. And then we're gonna click on that little, looks like a reel of film icon down there, and you'll see all the dronies. So pull away, which is a, and you can see it's got an X on me. So let's go ahead and let's bring it a little closer. We might get a better, see if we can get, well, yeah, it might need to be a little, I was messing around with this yesterday, and it wants you to be, it requires a certain angle, so maybe we need to go a little higher. It requires a certain angle of the, so there you can see the plus sign. Let's see if we can hit it. Maybe. Target lost, it says. I don't know. There, it looks like it might have me. Okay, we're gonna click, and I can't remember if I can set the distance on, oh yeah, there I can. I'm in the sunshine here, so it's hard for me to, oh, we don't want to go that far. Holy cow. 30 meters, let's do a, like I said, I'm in the sun, it's hard for me to say. I think that says, and I get my 60 meters, okay. So we're gonna click go, and it's gonna do a countdown here. My phone screen, because I'm out in the bright sun, is starting to dim, but there goes the drone doing its droney, and it's working. I'm going to go back in the shade here so that we can see that, so that at least I can see my screen and see what the heck I'm doing. So there it is. Yeah, the drone is backing up and going higher as it goes. And it should then return to us once it gets out to that 60 meters. So that worked pretty good. So yeah, we'll do the same thing with the Holy Stone drone. And in fact, what we want to do now is take a couple of pictures. So drone's coming back to us, and we'll get a couple of pictures taken here. So let's go ahead and grab some altitude. I'm going to get out of that mode there, and we're going to go into photo mode. And let's just pick the drone straight up. And it is really, we've had a lot of smoke in the air here. So let's take a look at the Boise front there. I'm going to kind of get to the rule of thirds. And I'm going to take a quick picture. So there's a picture. I don't know how much that's going to help us to compare the two, but it does give you something. So let's turn around and look the other direction, and we'll take another picture. So facing the other direction towards the ponds, and again, you just see a lot of smoke in the air. Let's take another picture. And we'll do the same thing with the Holy Stone drone when we get it up in the air. But man, there's just so darn much smoke. Okie dokie, what else can we do here? There's oh, I wanted to point out to you, if you look on the screen there, it has a little alarm clock on the top. I touch on that, I can't get it, it doesn't give me anything. If anybody in the chat knows what that's for, or if that's something in the app, if you can do a timed shot, maybe that's a way to do time lapse. I don't know. I can't seem to activate it, so I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go back into video mode, and we're going to start video again. We're in 4K 30, and I do want to demonstrate the zoom to you here. So we're in 1x zoom. We're going to click it one more time there, and it goes to 2x. So you'll see the 2x zoom there. Let's go back to 1x. And we're down to 34% battery, so let's quit messing around. There's one more thing that I want to do here. There's a maneuver that hopefully we can get done with both these drones. I'm flying out to the roundabout here, and we're going to do a little. We're going to do just a little manual maneuver here. One of my favorite drone maneuvers is going straight up, turning the drone, and doing a reveal. So these roundabouts are kind of handy for it. I see we got a guy working there. So see if I can get right over the top, moving it around here. In fact, I need to go into video mode to do this. And let's kind of get right over the top of the center if we can. Trying to move the drone forward. There we go. Okie dokie. And in fact, we might, well, no, we're fine. Let's see, we're about 29 meters high. And I'm going to take the left stick and I'm going to move it up and to the right. And we're going to see if we can raise and slowly turn the drone at the same time. And this is just to demonstrate control with the drone. And I'm going to start picking up the camera as we go slowly and see if I can do a little reveal here on the park. So there we go. There's the senior center. And you can see we're definitely gaining in altitude. We're about 90 meters high. We're going to hit max legal here in just a little bit. So I stopped raising the camera there, and boom, get the drone pointed back towards us. So okay, that is about it for that. It is yeah, says it was about to meet the maximum height limit. So let's drop that guy down. I'm gonna. Let's drop it back down to, I don't know, 50 meters or so, and then I'm going to hit return to home on the app, and we'll see how close it gets to the landing pad. Neither of these drones claim to have precision landing, so we're not expecting anything. In fact, let's put it in normal mode here. I don't know what, I was still in video mode there. I wondered why it was dropping so slow. Normal mode, it'll drop a lot faster. Let's get down to about 40 meters. That's plenty. Yeah, about almost 42. Let's hit return to home. And we got the slider here, tells us to return. And yeah, drone says it's returning. Although I'm not seeing any, oh, there we go. It took it a while. It just took it a while to accelerate. So it's on its way back to us, and you'll notice it's staying. We had the return to home height set at 35 meters, but we were higher than that, so it stays at that height. We'll drop that camera down as we go here, and we'll see how accurate it is. I'm not expecting it to be terribly accurate. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I'm not expecting it to drop right on the landing pad. And of course, looks like we're, yeah, I don't know, this will be kind of interesting. We may have to cancel here because you can see where it's at there. I'm going to watch the drone very carefully here. And of course, I'm looking right up into the sun. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty close. Problem is it looks like it's going to be right on the edge of the concrete, but as long as it's on the concrete, that's all I care about. You know, not half on and half off. It's pretty darn close. Yeah, you're going to see the drone now on the camera. Boom, there it is, coming in for a landing. And remember to stop recording. We landed at 16% battery. I don't know how long we were flying there, but we were flying for a while. Stop recording. Okay, I'm going to grab the Holystone drone and we'll do this all again. Okay, we've got the drone fired up and the a screen recorder started. And let's look at the app here. This app is going to look so familiar to you. It is very, very similar to the way DJI lays out their apps. So very similar. I can see, you know, I charged this battery fully last night and I can see it's only at 94%. So that's kind of weird. It had a full charge on it, oh gosh, just a few hours ago. So, but at any rate, let's go ahead and look at our safety menu real quick. And it's in the slow mode. We're going to put it in normal. And max distance is unlimited. Flight altitude 120 meters, which of course is max legal. Return to home altitude, we've got it set at 35, which is what we want. Yeah, let's click the wrong arrow there. It's not asking for any calibration. Signal loss, return to home. Yeah, so we're in good shape there. So, okay, so let's get into the camera menu here real quick. And we are going to be in, we want to shoot in video. So transmission fluently, that's the lower version of transmission back to the drone. That gives us a better chance of getting a good FPV feed. HD will give you a more resolution on the signal, but less range. So record rate, we want that into the best, 100 megabits. You can see we're in 4K 30, 16:9, which is the same as what we did with the other drones. So we're all in auto there and in 4K. Let's switch to video mode. There we're in video mode. Gosh, I can't think of any reason why we got plenty of satellites. We should just go ahead and take off. So clicking, well, let's see, I didn't want to do that. I want to switch to, yeah, there we go, the attitude indicator, just like I did on the other drone. Let's go ahead and do an auto takeoff, just like DJI, right? Hold that down and boom, there's the little drone taking off. And yeah, again, let's turn it around here. I'm not going to make the same mistake as I made with the Potensic. I got kind of close to this pole here. The drone seemed to want to suck right into the pole, but let's wiggle it back and forth and you can see that little gimbal in action. That's how it keeps everything stable. So let's back it up here and I'm going to drop that camera down and we're going to do our drone. See if I can do a similar, kind of get a similar aim to where I had the other one, but in any case we're in normal mode. Reverse and up now, reverse and up, and off we go. And I think we went, how high? About 25 meters high with the other one, I think. We're a little bit higher than that. Let me, we went out about 100 meters. Let's pick up that camera just a little bit, get to the rule of thirds. You got a nice flat horizon on this drone. And I can tell you the FPV feed looks really good. So that's exactly what we want. Well, let's quit messing around. Let me see if I can position it like I did the other drone. Okay, guys, I realized that I was not recording, so we're going to start recording now. You're going to see the battery down to 56%. I'll skip out all over the other stuff here. Let's go ahead and see if we can go across the pond here, and I'm going to see if I can hold it at 6 meters per second. So, which is what we were doing with the other drone. So we'll get out there about, yeah, we're holding it pretty close. I tried cruise control earlier, burned up a bunch of battery trying cruise control, and it just didn't work. So we'll run this guy out here a little ways, and we went out about 350 meters with the other drone. We're on roughly the same vector. I guess I'm going a little bit faster now. Really hard to hold a steady speed manually. But we'll get as close as we can, and that way when you compare the video between the two drones, they're going to be very similar. Boy, I wasted a bunch of battery there by not having, and we were out 350 meters, so we're about the same, but I wasted a bunch of battery there and neglected to hit that record button. So, and I only have one battery for this drone, so that's not good. If I had another battery, I just would start over. So I'm going to kind of center up on the, trying to center up on that fountain there. There we go. Let's go ahead and get up to 6 meters per second again, like we did with the other drone. This drone is in normal mode. What I found out was in the slow mode on this drone, it topped out at about 4.5 meters per second. So, and the Potensic was 6 meters per second. So I'm doing my best to hold it, and it's yeah, you're either too slow or too fast at all times. Okay, so we're going to be kind of speedy here. And we'll get this drone to the edge, and then we'll see if we can do a little bit of a, not really a range test, but a kind of a test of the signal strength of the drone. So there we are right there. Let's just come to a stop. And I am going to put this guy, let's grab some altitude. Let's go up to about 40 meters high. And I'm going to put this guy in sport mode. Click her into safety, sport mode. That gives us the highest speed. And this one is advertised at 14 meters per second. I'm going to aim roughly the same direction I did with the other drone, and we're going to go full stick forward here. And I'm going to walk out from under the picnic shelter here, so that I give the drone the best chance at a clear signal, and we'll see how far we can get out there. I lost with the Potensic drone, we pretty much lost FPV signal at about, I don't know, 600 to 700 meters or so out there. And it's just about 1 kilometer out to that next street. So that's why I kind of went this direction. It's a known quantity to me, and I've flown a lot of drones out here, so I know exactly what's going on. So yeah, signal weak, it's telling me. I'm holding the antenna up, and again, we're about 40 meters high. So this is very similar to what we saw with the other drone, almost identical. So yeah, the signal is, in fact, okay, it's dropping in and out. It's actually less. Yeah, so I've lost FPV signal, and we've lost RC connection. So let's see if it goes into return to home here. RC connected, I'm showing 600 meters. In flight, it's 650 meters now. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. So it should go into return to home, and if it is, I don't see it on the telemetry. So I'm going to hit return to home on the controller, and let's see what it does. Heck, it's still going up in yeah, in-flight GPS it says, but my telemetry is going the wrong direction. Okay, I'm going to see if I can, yeah, automatic return. Okay, so very good. So it should be coming back. Yeah, it is. It's coming back. We just, yeah, we just didn't have signal there. So let's cancel that. High risk loss of drone, it says, and it's in stable mode. So let's go back, and we're going to go back into sport mode, and let's go ahead and point it right back towards us here. We got good signal again, and let's hit full throttle, and let's see how fast this guy will get up to. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, there's 13 meters per second. Remember, advertised as 14 on this drone. So it's 13. I think I saw 13 and a half there for a little bit, but not quite. And there's our picnic shelter. So just a little note here. If you're ever in that situation, I'm going to go back into normal mode. If you're ever in that situation and you haven't got an FPV feed, don't panic. You know, you can see I was on the attitude indicator. I could just simply point the drone back to me on the attitude indicator and fly it back. Okay, so Let's stop recording. Let's go into picture taking mode here. Maybe. I think I got to stop. Yeah, we're going to go take a picture. We are going to take a picture. I think this is roughly the same direction. So there's a shot. I can tell you that the horizon is a lot better on this drone than it was on the Potensic. The Potensic definitely had a crooked horizon, and here it's just a tiny bit crooked, but not bad. I think this is about the direction we were pointed. Take a picture. So we get another picture there. You can compare the two. Let's go back into video mode, start video, and I am going to show you that zoom. We're on 1x, there's 2x, there's 3x, and this guy will go all the way up to 4x. And again, you're just cropping into that sensor, so it's not going to look that great, but you do have that ability. So there's back to 1x. And battery, yeah, we don't have it. I did a droney with the other drone. We're just not going to have time to do that with this one, but suffice it to say that it will do a droney if you want. I'm going to go back out. In fact, I want to see if I can do the same. Yeah, gosh, we're down to 20. We're losing battery fast, so I want to go out to the roundabout and see if I could do that same maneuver. Man, I wasted a bunch of battery on this, guys. It was all my fault when I was not recording. So yeah, it's so easy to do, you know. Yeah, it wants to go into low battery, return to home. So we're just going to let it do that. Let's. I'm sorry that you saw me do that above the roundabout, kind of do a little reveal there, but this guy is going into return to home, and again, I apologize that I didn't get that other stuff done, but I still think we got enough here to compare the two drones. And again, I wish that I had, Holy Stone sent me this drone for review. At the time, all they had was a 1 battery package, but I wish they'd have sent me an extra battery, because sure would make it a lot easier. I could have just slapped another battery in it and off we go, but with 1 battery, you make a mistake like I made and you're in trouble. So I'm trying to drop the camera down. Now it's coming down. Yeah, I don't know if I can adjust that, how quick the gimbal movement is or not, but you can see the drone starting to adjust itself, and it went into that, it looks like it wants to come down right on the side of the building. We'll give it a chance here. Nope, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm trying to exit return to home, and the slider will not let me. There we go. Man, I was trying to slide it on. It was going to land right on top of the roof here, and so let's kick that camera up. The slider on the screen, I was trying to slide it to cancel. That's a kind of, you should just be able to hit that. On a DJI drone, you got a pause button that you can hit at any time and pause immediately. This guy, not so much, but we'll just bring it in for a manual landing here. Let me get it over the landing pad, see if I can get that camera pointed straight down again. But yeah, I was pushing up on that left stick. I don't like that at all. You need to be able to cancel immediately, put the drone in pause, and maybe anyway. So let's just go ahead and bring this guy down, back it up just a little, straight down on that left stick. Let's see if we can hit that landing pad. And we did. It does not automatically pick up the camera. So most drones, as soon as they go into landing mode, they'll pick up the gimbal. And boy, the gimbal is moving awful slow on this guy. I'm going to have to look and see if there's a way to adjust that. And again, we're down to 7% battery, so we're on the ground. Let me look in control here real quick and see gain and tuning. Let's click on that. Gimbal control speed. So I don't know. let's click that up. Yeah, that's faster. Yeah, okay. So that just needed to be faster. Where I've got it set at 63. So yeah, that's about right. Okay. Anyway, should have adjusted that beforehand. But let's see. It stopped recording, so so we're in good shape. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do our conclusion. Hey, okay, the Potensic Atom and the Holystone HS900 Sirius, both of them sub 250 gram, brushless motor, 3-axis gimbal drones with the capability of shooting in 4K 30 frames per second. Again, both Amazon drones, so that's why we did this comparison, so that you guys can see which one you like better. So as soon as I get home, I'm going to look at the video and the pictures from both of these drones and give you my opinion, but my opinion doesn't mean anything. It's what you think that counts. So I'm going to show you that right now. Hey, okay, so I had a chance to look at the footage from both the Potensic Atom and the Holystone HS900 Sirius. And there's pluses and minuses on both of them. Now, looking at the little Potensic, I really liked the color science on the Potensic. I thought it looked the most realistic. However, the 50 megabit bit rate lets it down. If you look close at that video, it's a little bit grainy in spots. So there's that. Also, this guy had a little bit of a tilted horizon at different times, so that kind of took it down a couple of notches. Now, the Holystone HS900, while it had a nice flat horizon and I didn't see any problems with the bit rate, the video looked pretty good. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't care for the color science as much on this one. Plus, to me, and this is all subject to, you know, your personal preferences, but it wasn't as sharp. The image looked a little bit soft to me. So if I was going to choose, you know, which video that I would want the most, I'd probably take the Potensic, but it's so close. It's a matter of personal preference. Now, one more thing before we get on with the conclusion here that I did out in the field. I looked at prices again on these, and I saw this guy on Amazon as low as $369. And this one, just the single battery version, I saw on Amazon for $279. Now, of course, those prices change all the time, so who knows what it'll be when you look at it after watching this video. But also, I don't know how long it'll last. I believe it's part of Amazon Prime Day. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you the DJI Mini 4K is on Amazon right now for $239, which is a tremendous deal. So anyway, on with the show. Okay, so you saw what I thought of the video and picture quality of both drones. You know, they're both so comparable features-wise and everything that really it's kind of a toss-up in that regard. It's look at that video and those pictures really closely. That's where I think your decision is going to lie on which one you buy. And of course, price is a big deal. This guy at $299 is very competitive with other sub 250 drones in the same kind of niche, but this guy's a little bit pricey, so that's going to give you a little bit of pause. Then we also don't want to forget the FIMI Mini version 3. It depends on if you catch it on sale. It's $299. It's a full-featured drone, and I've only flown it a couple of times so far, but what I've seen I've liked, so it's another one that should be right in there in your decisions. Now, I have not seen that one available on Amazon. I bought mine on AliExpress, and I suspect that's where you'd have to go to find it, but in any case, yeah, these mini drones are a lot of fun, and it's getting very competitive. All of these companies are upping their game all the time, and prices are very reasonable. So that's good for us as consumers, right? So anyway, that's about it. You're looking at the video that we took with these drones kind of above my head right now. So hopefully you can make a little bit of a comparison for that. What I will tell you is look at them in the full frame. In the other part of the video where they were in full frame, that'll give you the best look. But in any case, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. The Potensic Atom and the Holy Stone HS900 Sirius, both contenders in the sub 250 gram drone category. See ya.